Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm actually going to make a recipe for you guys. It's one of my favorite recipes. I just made it a couple weeks ago. It is sun-dried tomato shrimp Alfredo pasta. Last time I used angel hair pasta, but I feel like it didn't really hold together quite well. I used Banza, the chickpea pasta. It has a lot of protein and a lot of fiber, so it definitely fills you up. And I also used shrimp. So the first time I used like mini shrimp that were deveined raw. I get raw shrimp and I cook them myself. I think that's super important. I feel like they're more fresh. And then I got tail off, but this time I got tail on. I feel like it gives it more flavor, and I got a tiny bit bigger one. So I am using Trader Joe's raw shrimp. And these are peeled, deveined, and tail on. So you get 21 to 30 shrimp per pound. And this is 1 pound. This time I'm using linguine from Banza, the Banza chickpea pasta. Linguine is just a little bit thicker, and I feel like it'll hold together more. And then I got frozen cauliflower. So my secret to this is I actually steam the cauliflower, and then I make mashed cauliflower, I guess, and then I add it to the sauce. So it's super, super creamy without being all heavy cream and all cheese. I am using my favorite sauce. I'm using Raos homemade sauce. I usually get the marinara, but I found their Alfredo sauce. They also have a roasted garlic Alfredo sauce. So I am using this Alfredo sauce. So I used it earlier this week, and it was really, really good with cauliflower and gnocchis from Trader Joe's. And I also added spinach and artichoke. If you see my Instagram, I posted a picture of it. So I will be using this sauce as well. So you'll see how everything comes together, and I'm gonna put the roasted sun-dried tomatoes into the sauce as well. It gives it a really good flavor. I got these from Whole Foods. And I'm also going to add spiralized zucchini. So I spiralized this myself. You can already buy it spiralized from like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or ShopRite or something. So you know, you can add that afterwards, but I'll show you.
Okay, so we are going to start with the shrimp. Make sure you pat them dry and season them really well. I seasoned them with paprika, cayenne pepper, salt and pepper. I added the cayenne because I like it spicy. So right now I am prepping for the pasta. So I put the pasta in the water, and I put the timer on for 10 minutes. And now I'm sauteing some garlic in some olive oil. Make sure you don't burn the garlic. I almost did that here. But this pan gets really brown, so don't be fooled. It's just the pan. So I'm taking the cauliflower off of the stove. I steamed it until it was really soft. And I'm putting it in the blender, although you can't see. Here you go. Very soft steamed cauliflower in my blender. And I have a Vitamix. So you want to put the shrimp in the pan, seasoned side down. I added a little bit of olive oil. You don't want to crowd the pan, so I did this in 2 batches, just because you want the shrimp to get really browned on each side. So I seasoned the other side with salt and pepper. Just making sure my garlic doesn't burn. And don't mind, I left the back burner on the whole entire time. You know, it's really hard to cook while someone's watching you, aka my camera in my face. So I'm just flipping the shrimp once I see that they're browned on that one side. It doesn't really take that long for shrimp to cook. That's the good thing about shrimp. It's actually really easy to cook. I feel like I underestimate shrimp. Make sure to mix your pasta, especially when you use the chickpea pasta, because it tends to stick together. So now I'm getting a plate to put my shrimp on. And I just moved that pot to the back burner so it's not in my way. So Like I said, the shrimp is spicy, so because I seasoned the one side, I didn't season the other side with the cayenne pepper. I just added salt and pepper to that one side. And see how that pan is really brown? It's just because I have a cheap pan from Home Goods. Although it's really good, so I mean, I'm okay with it. Okay, so I'm putting my second batch of shrimp in. And I also seasoned that batch. Adding some more olive oil. I insist on having my teapot on the stove while I cook. I just think it's super pretty, so I can't like put it anywhere else. I'm annoying. Look how brown that shrimp is. And like I said, I kept the tail on. So I think it did give it a lot more flavor this time. I don't know if that's, I mean, that's a thing. So, I mean, if you serve it with the tail on, you definitely just have to be careful that you don't eat the tail while you're eating your pasta. Okay, so now I'm just waiting for my pasta to be done, and it looks like it's almost done. So I'm removing the second batch of shrimp, and just be careful. I mean, I'm using my fingers and I'm grabbing the tails just because it's easier and faster that way. Just don't burn yourself. Okay, so now we want to deglaze the pan. So since I didn't have any white wine available, I'm using white cooking wine, which does the trick. So you want to get all that flavor from the bottom of the pan, like that brown. You want it in your dish. So basically deglazing gets all the brown and like the flavor off the bottom of the pan. So I'm mixing that together, and I am turning off the heat, I think. Or keeping it on low anyway. So now I'm draining the pasta. I'm putting the pasta right in that pan. Putting that pasta in the pan is ensuring that it's getting all that flavor from the bottom of the pan that I cooked the shrimp in. So now I blended my cauliflower and I added water and sun-dried tomatoes out of a jar. And I just blended that together and I added it to my pasta along with the Raos Alfredo sauce. And you want to do like half and half. So I used about half the bag of frozen cauliflower that I showed you guys. And I'll have this whole recipe on my blog in the link below. So now I'm taking that spiralized zucchini I showed you guys and I'm adding it to the pasta. So I plated it, it's about half zucchini, half pasta. And this is a huge example of eating by volume. So you're getting a ton of vegetables with the zucchini and the cauliflower sauce, along with protein from the pasta and the shrimp. So, time to eat.